I'm coming to take everybody out.
Hi guys, welcome back with the complete list of qualified bodybuilders for 2024 Mr. Olympia. This year 20 athletes managed to earn qualification for the most prestigious show Mr. Olympia. So let's dive into it. After Rafael Brandao, we have one more Brazilian in the Olympia lineup this year. Bruno Santos is making his Olympia debut under the supervision of coach Milos Sarcev. According to Milos, there is a possibility for Bruno to crack top 10 this year in Olympia as he has no weakness.
Bruno has no weakness, no weak body part, no weak pose.
If he dials in, he's going to be good.
Yeah, and he needs to, for Olympia to possibly crack a top 10, which, a lot of people would say, like, it's out of the realm, but it is possible,
Recently, he has won a very tough competition Europa UK Pro against the Italian freak Andrea Presti. The next big thing from Egypt, Mohamed Foda, is stepping on Mr. Olympia stage very first time. He has very shapely physique, very thick chest and flaring quads development. Hopefully he peaks well for his debut and he also has a solid chance to crack top 10. Foda earned his Olympia qualification by winning Chicago Pro 2024. Delarosa is coming back to the Olympia after 5 years. He had some injuries, he tore his bicep, but now he's injury free and he's back on track. And this year he has brought an exceptional package on stage which led him beating the Egyptian rising star Mohamed Foda, and he earned his ticket to the Olympia in Tampa Pro 2024. Last time in 2019 Mr. Olympia he was at 12th place, and this time 40 years old John is making sure that he will move up this year in the Olympia lineup. Theo Leguerrier from France qualified for the 2024 Mr. Olympia in Japan Pro last year in November. So he got plenty of time to make some significant improvements and put on some quality size on his frame. Last year Theo was at 13th place, and this year he's planning to bring a bigger and better package to be a force to be reckoned with on Olympia stage. Former 212 Olympian John Jewett is going to compete in the Men's Open Olympia very first time. He earned his qualification by winning his first ever Men's Open show, Vancouver Pro, this year. He is the 5th former 212 athlete in this year's Olympia lineup along with Derek, Hadi, Bonac and Tonio Burton. He is going to bring at least 20 pounds of more muscle mass in his first Men's Open Olympia. The oldest contestant in the lineup this year, William Bonac, is returning to the Olympia stage after 2 years. He has very thick, round, bubbly muscles and very mature physique, which surely can beat a lot of contestants this year. Realistically, he's not a threat for the title this year, but he's working with coach Stefan Kinzel and he's aiming to bring one of his best versions on stage. Bonac managed to earn his Olympia qualification by beating Behrooz Tabani in M Pro Show 2024. Undeniably, Akim Williams is very consistent this year from conditioning standpoint, which was always his main issue. But under the guidance of coach Chris Aceto, seemingly he has found the right formula to peak well for the show. Many experts believe Akim is the dark horse of the show this year, and he can cause a big upset in the second call-out. Akim won Toronto Pro 2024 for securing his ticket to the Olympia this year. Son of Labrada, Hunter Labrada is very focused to bring his best package on the Mr. Olympia stage to move up in the lineup. This year he has made some tremendous improvements in size department. Last year he was at 6th place, and this year, after seeing his performance recently in Pro Muscle Italy Pro, many experts do not have him in the top 6 mainly because of the distension of his midsection. But hopefully Hunter will make some crucial adjustments for Olympia, and he's really striving hard to bring his all-time best version this time. The upcoming bodybuilder, 27 years old, Martin Fitzwater, is going to make his pro debut this year in the Mr. Olympia. He won Detroit Pro 2024 by beating Russian mass monster Vitaly Gulnikov. And this year he also gave very tough time to the mutant Nick Walker in the New York Pro. And now some experts have him in the top 6, which means he had solid chance beating former Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry, Hunter Labrada, and Brazilian rising star Rafael Brandao. Martin is very focused to shock the bodybuilding world with his exceptional package on the Mr. Olympia stage. The Brazilian rising star Rafael Brandao is bringing significant improvements this year for Olympia under the supervision of coach Neil Hill. He has put on some quality mass and he's very shapely and aesthetically pleasing, which will surely give him advantage on the biggest bodybuilding stage, as he is going to present the combination of mass with class, and he will be a big threat for his Olympia rivals. Rafael earned the ticket to the Olympia by winning Arnold Classic Brazil this year. Arguably the most aesthetically pleasing bodybuilder in the men's open division right now, the Mona Lisa of bodybuilding, Andrew Jacked, has all the tools to be the last man standing. And this year he has made some prominent improvements and he's still grinding very hard to bring his best version for the 2024 Mr. Olympia with the direction of one of the best trainers, Chris Psycho Fitness. He was at 5th place last year, and this year, after seeing his incredible progress, it's convincible that he will be fighting for the title against reigning champ. Brandon Curry is lifetime qualified for the Olympia as his former Olympia winner. Last year he brought arguably one of his least impressive packages due to being in the hospital just days before the Olympia, but he still managed to beat very aesthetically pleasing bodybuilder Andrew Jacked, and he arrived at 4th place behind Samson Dauda. This year he is working with the new coach Ahmed Al-Naki, and he is aiming to bring his best package to be very dangerous for his fellow contestants. Many fans and even experts do not have him in the top 6, but undeniably judges really like his cartoonish physique and phenomenal bubbly round muscle bellies, which make him very unique athlete in the lineup. And he's never been out of top 5 since 2018 Mr. Olympia. And I honestly think Brandon will be ready from top to bottom to give a fierce battle to his rivals on stage. The mutant Nick Walker had hamstrings and calf tear last year, which put him out of the Mr. Olympia. And this year he was highly criticized for his distended midsection by fans and a lot of experts, but he's very determined and focused to chase his ultimate goal to be the last man standing at the Mr. Olympia stage. And we will see this year can he win the Sandow trophy by beating Samson Dauda, Hadi Choopan, and Derek Lunsford, who all have superior structure, shape and aesthetics than Nick Walker. But the mass monster Nick is fully confident as he's freak of nature to dethrone his opponents in this year Olympia. Last year the Nigerian lion Samson Dauda was at 3rd place behind Hadi Choopan. This year his main focus is conditioning to knock out the reigning champ, as he has perfect symmetry, structure, shape and size. He's a static mass monster weighing around 300 pounds on stage. He's very consistent and he's making steady progress each year. Just 2 weeks before the 2024 Mr. Olympia, we have seen the complete preview of Samson Dauda in Tsunami France Pro, where he has shown an improved package, especially from size and muscle development standpoint. But undeniably, he will need more defined and much sharper look for fighting against one of the most shredded Olympians, Hadi Choopan, Derek Lunsford and Nick Walker. The victory of Tsunami Pro has surely given him a big boost and momentum towards his third attempt to win his first Sandow trophy. The Iranian pride Hadi Choopan was hoping to win his second title of Mr. Olympia last year, but he was defeated by the rising star Derek Lunsford, which was a huge disappointment for Iranian fans and for Hadi as well. But this year Hadi came back on stage and won back-to-back two big shows, Arnold Classic Ohio and Arnold Classic UK, just to remind his potential to the bodybuilding world, as many people were skeptical that he won't be fighting for the Mr. Olympia title again. And after his incredible improvements in Arnold Classic Ohio, many experts now believe he could have won 2023 Mr. Olympia if he brought that package.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Would this have beat Derek Lunsford?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a doubt.
Hadi is focused more than ever and he's leaving no stone unturned to knock out the champ and get back his Olympia title. So the reigning champ Derek Lunsford is going to defend his title this year. Last year he brought tremendous improvements on stage. He was sharper, he was heavier, and in back shots he was completely unbeatable, especially from conditioning standpoint. But on the flip side, he was not as good in front shots as he was in the back shots. This year he is putting his full efforts to improve his weak spots, to enhance the development of his chest and abs, to be untouchable once again. Most of the bodybuilding experts do not have Derek winning this year since Hadi's performance in Arnold Classic Ohio, as well as Samson, Dauda and Andrew Jacked have advantage of shape, aesthetics and height, and they are very devoted to bring their best versions to give a tough battle to the champ. But Derek is very promising to bring significant improvements and his all-time best look to be invincible once again in the most prestigious show of the bodybuilding on planet. Tonio Burton is qualified to the Olympia by winning Cali Pro this year, but he has decided to skip to compete in 2024 Mr. Olympia as he wants to put more muscle mass in order to be a real threat on Mr. Olympia stage next year. This year Iranian muscle freak Behrooz Tabani has won 2 pro shows, Flex Pro and Dubai Pro, and it's his third consecutive year to miss out the Mr. Olympia again due to visa issues, which is really disappointing as he can potentially crack top 6, so he will not be competing in the Mr. Olympia this year. Also, Nathan the Asha will not compete in Olympia due to unrevealed cause. Presumably he has legal issues which hampers him to enter into USA. 2018 Mr. Olympia was his last show where he took 8th place. Since then he managed to qualify for Olympia 4 times in 2019, 2021, 2023 and 2024, but we could not see him ever again on Mr. Olympia stage. And lastly, 2 times Olympia champ Big Ramy is not going to compete again this year, as recently he has explained that he's not fully recovered from his injuries, so possibly we will see him next year fighting for the title. So that's all guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for all Olympia updates.